Well, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of our Calmsden playthrough, and we got a lot to do today. So, after last episode, I learned a couple things, and let me just tell you right now. So, I had said that I wasn't sure if water buffalo can be put in this cow barn right here. Well, they definitely can. So, that's number one. You can put water buffalo in your cow barn right there. And the second thing was, I was thinking of holding out to get TMR to do our cows, but here's the thing. We have our grass cut. We're ready to go there. All we have to do is make silage, and we can use that silage to feed our cows, and that'll get us to 80% effectiveness. So what we're going to do is we are just going to jump right into cows, and we're going to get that started today. Now, in order to do that, we need a couple things. So firstly, we're going to need a forage wagon, because we have to pick up all this grass and turn it into silage. Secondly, we need seeds and fertilizer for our planter, because next month we are going to have to plant wheat on our big field over here. Now, we have all the equipment we need to do it, we just don't have the wheat, or not the wheat, but the seeds and the fertilizer. So we need to pick that up today. And we also need to get our forage wagon. Those are the two things we need to buy, and I hope I'm on the right track here. I don't even know. This map is still a bit of a maze to me. Yes, I am going the right way. So we're heading to the shop right now. I'm going to pick out a forage wagon, and we're going to buy some pallet forks for the front of our tractor here. And we're going to hopefully be able to stick 2 pallets on the front of our tractor without too much of an issue and bring those back that way. I'm trying to avoid getting a trailer for now, because I would rather just get the forage wagon back first and worry about a trailer later. So let's get up here, and I think the first thing we'll get is just the forks, and then we'll look into the forage wagon in a second here. So let's go here and front loader combinations. We have a bucket back at the farm already. Now it's just the fork. Now, can we do? Is there a big bale? Not a big bale, but a big bag lifter. There is, and there's a double. Ooh, how much is that? Pallet fork is 1,700. Now, can we buy big bags of fertilizer and seeds? Let's see. So we can get the solid fertilizer as a big bag, and we can get the seeds as a big bag. Now, the thing I need to look at, actually, before I even get the fertilizer, let me turn this tractor off, because I'm not 100% sure if we need solid or liquid fertilizer. Solid fertilizer. Okay. So let's leave you here for a second. Let's go back to our Macy Ferguson, and now we can buy, I'm going to get 2 big bag, or the double big bag handler for the front loader, and we'll buy the 2 big bags. So all right, very good. And then the final thing we need is our forage wagon. Now, which one should we get? I don't think we need a giant one to start with. Thinking this one, the Rapid 580V. Yeah, that looks good, and we'll go with the silage additive tank as well. So we'll get that. Man, we are spending a lot of money here, huh? Okay, so the last thing we really need is the silage additive as well. And I think we just need 1 for now. Okay, let's hook up to everything and bring it back to our farm. So first thing I want to hook up to is the forage wagon and get that filled up with the silage additive. And then that'll kind of put a little weight on the back end of the tractor too, just in case we're a little heavy with the big bags in the front. But hopefully that's not the case. Okay, load her up. Very good. And let's go get our big bag handler here. What happened? Did it fall over? How did that happen? I must have like ran into it a tiny bit. All right, let's reset that real quick. There we go. Now we can pull back around and grab it. All right, very good. Now let's see if we can grab our big bags here. All right, and can we get the other one? Perfect. So now we can drive everything back in peace. So there's big bag number 1. There's big bag number 2. That'll have to do for now. All right, let's go get over there. I think that we're probably going to have to call it a night here and do our grass pickup tomorrow. And then we'll also set up this field. Okay. We are on to the next day here. So first thing I want to do is we need to bring this over to our field, and we also got to fill it up with our solid fertilizer, and then we have to swap over to our cedar, which I believe is on the other field as well, and then get that filled up. And it is a nice morning too, which is really good. No rain, so we can do this all in peace, not have to worry too much, and the weeds are growing over there. That is for sure. Hopefully 1 bag is enough for this. I didn't think of that. Oh, only 1,000. We'll have to see how far that gets us. I'm thinking it's not going to get us very far at all. All right, I'm going to park the fertilizer spreader over here for the time being, until we need that again, and then we have to go and grab cedar. No, you know what? Do we have to cultivate first, or do we have to seed? Let's take a look. I believe we have to cultivate that first, so let's grab our cultivator and get that going. So let's get this opened up, and we'll go around and start with the headlands. 2 should be fine. Okay, that's all of the headlands. So let's get this lifted and let's figure out where we want to start this guy. So AI headlands we want off. And let's just see where he starts. So we have him on. All right, so it looks like he's going on his way over there, so he'll go ahead and do his thing. Now, we have to take care of this grass. That is our job here, sorry, just putting away my controller. Let's hop over to our forage wagon. We've already got our silage additive ready to go, so all we have to really do is find our field, first of all. Where? There it is, over there. Okay, so we got to go around. We got to pick up. And what did I get stuck on? Okay. Must have been the pipe there, maybe. Yeah, I think that was it. Okay, so we have to go around, pick up all this grass, and throw it in our bunker. And then we can feed that silage straight to the cows once we get them, and they'll be happy and make us milk. So yeah, that's the plan right now. And I think that's going to work pretty well. And from what I saw, the silage will give us 80% effectiveness, which should be more than enough to get some good milk production going. And then further on down the line, when we have all the ingredients to do the TMR, we can do that, and that'll kind of kick it up a little bit of a notch, you know, to where we get that extra 20%, but the 80% is fine for now. So once we do that, we'll get some dairy, get some milk producing, and then I don't know if I'm going to sell the milk, or can you even sell? I don't know. I still have to do some research on that too. Because like I said, you'll have to be patient with me, because animals in general are really not my thing. Like cows, any sort of animal. So this is going to be a bit of a learning process, and that's actually really cool that we did this map and it has cows on it, because now I get to kind of go out of my comfort zone and do something that, you know, not super familiar with, which is always fun, because it's, you know, you get to learn. Do something new. Gets a little boring after a while if you just do the same thing over and over. So this is a really good opportunity for us. So we are almost full on grass here. And just so you guys know, if you have any tips at all on how to better do animals, please let me know, because I am by no means a master on any of this stuff, and I could use all the help I can get. Now, let's back you in. Me being not the best backer upper in the world, it's maybe a bit of a challenge. You know what? I think, whoa, spoke too soon. Overshot a little bit there. But other than that, we were actually pretty good. All right, now let's go right, like back up to the wall here. And then we'll dump. And we'll drive over it a couple times too, just to get a little compacting done. Now, oddly enough, it's not showing up with, maybe it's because I had my F1 menu off, but it wasn't showing up with the, like the normal menu you see when you're compacting. I'm going to assume that's because I had the F1 menu off, but let's see as we drive. Yeah, there it is. Now I see it. Okay, that's good enough for now. Probably could have evened that out a little bit better, but it'll have to do. All right, back to picking up grass. We got a lot to do here, a lot of rows to get to. I think maybe I'll cut a left this time and pick up this portion that I missed.
down. No, no, you just gotta keep up, 'cause I ain't gonna slow down. No, no, everyone just wanna get to know ya. 이미 시작된 걸.
Okay, we're making good progress on our grass here, but it is taking quite some time. It's a pretty big undertaking, but our bunker is really filling up quickly. I feel like this grass here that we're getting right now is probably going to last us a very long time in terms of feeding our cows. So I don't think this is something we're going to have to do very regularly, which is good. But it also does make me think, do I really need 3 fields that are just dedicated to grass? I don't think so. Now, with that being the case, I'm going to look into what I can do with some of these other fields. Now, I know I'm probably going to want to stick like production on some of them because we're going to need our dairy, stuff like that. So there's going to have to be land allocated for that. But what else can I do with the other land that isn't necessarily going to be housing that? Maybe I want to, like, I don't know, spruce it up a little bit, make some like functional areas and really build like a little bit more of a place that's my own, as opposed to what we just have right now. Like, and don't get me wrong, everything we got is great, but it just doesn't like I didn't have a hand in making it, you know? It's like we bought grandpa's farm, or it just got given to us. So we could use some of this other land to really like leave our own mark on it and make it something of our own, and have our own like little stylistic tendencies on it, right? So some of the things we definitely need, we got to have the dairy. 100% we got to have the dairy. But other than that, I'm gonna have to think on it. Do you guys have any suggestions on what else we could put there? Something that is functional, or either just is cool. I don't know. It doesn't have to necessarily be something that's 100% like necessary to make us rich. It can just be something cool too, right? Sometimes you can just do things for fun. So that's definitely also an option. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments down below and let me know. I would love to hear from you.
I want to know you, but I don't know how. 'Cause every time I bump right into you, I get all tongue-tied. Want you to know me, but I'm way too shy. I can't just go around admitting that it's you I like. I wish that I had guts enough to flirt a little, but I'm too scared I'll fail. I wish that I could listen to the voice inside me, a voice that always says, give it a go, don't waste your time, 'cause you're running out. Give it a go and ask around, only takes one try, yeah. Even if she tells you no, then at least you know. So give it a go, give it a go. I just can't read you when you pass me by. Sometimes you look my way and say my name and I turn around, but when I see you, you just walk on by. It's like you wanna talk but get caught off by your own mind. I wish that I had guts enough to flirt a little, but I'm too scared I'll fail. I wish that I could listen to the voice inside me, a voice that always says, give it a go, don't waste your time, 'cause you're running out. Give it a go and ask around, only takes one try, yeah. Even if she
Okay, this is our last load of grass here. And it feels good to finally be done with that field. I did take a peek at our cultivator, and he is more than halfway done, but he's still got work to do there. So we can't exactly seed our wheat just yet, but that does kind of leave us open to be able to deal with this cow situation a little bit here. And we also do have to get in here and do some major compacting on this bunker. We got a lot of grass in here, and I think that the best way to go about this is I'm going to look through all the different tractors we have and just see which one is the heaviest and use that one to go through and do all the compacting. So let's just jump over here real quick and take a look at what we got. So vehicles, our class is 11.5 tons, but I don't know if I necessarily want to use that. So we have 7.3 on our case, 14.1 for our 7R, and 4.7 for our Macy Ferguson. I'm pretty sure that's it. All right, so it's going to be our John Deere that we want to do this job. And, oh no, is that the one that's doing the cultivating right now? Ooh, I hope that's not the case. All right, let me park this off to the side here. And we'll hop over and see if we can just grab that John Deere and do... Oh, it is. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to swap out the John Deere for the case. And this way we'll be able to use the John Deere and just sneak this over to our bunker and use this to do some compacting, and the case will just take over for... Let's refill this. Why not? Yeah, the case will just take over and handle the cultivating for now, so we can use the John Deere for what we need it for. And I feel like that's a much better like trade-off than just sitting around and waiting, you know? Man, all these, you know, the other thing I noticed, all these tractors have so many hours on them. They're all very beat up. And we got to be like super careful when we use all these machines, and just make sure that our condition doesn't get too low. Because like the other day when we used... Where are you going, man? Okay, had me worried there for a second. The other day when we used our class to harvest, I feel like we might have, you know, missed out on a bunch of canola because the condition was so low. So I do have to be careful and take that into consideration before we start a big job. Now, where is our grass field? I think it's over this way, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe to the left down there. I'm pretty sure it's down this way. But yeah, we need to be super careful, make sure that we always check our condition on our tractors before we start a job, just to make sure that we're not wasting anything and we're getting the most out of like every single harvest or every single task that we need to do. And our silo should be right here. Yes, it is. Now, I feel like this might take a little while to do this compacting. What are we at right now? 11%. Oof. 12%. Okay, yeah, so this is going to be a little bit of work here. Maybe, I mean, we could look at grabbing a tool, but I don't know if the tools are really that effective in getting this done. I think it's just a matter of some good old hard work and elbow grease to get this done. So 14%. We got a lot of it says chaff, but it's going to be silage. So 265,698, and I'm assuming that is in liters where it says fill level there. So that is, yeah, that is a major amount of silage that we're going to have. And, you know, having all that silage additive too, that definitely helps as well. So, yeah. All right, only like one or two more passes, and I think we're good to go here. Sorry for cutting a lot of this out, but I really don't feel like this is something that you guys are going to want to watch, and doesn't really seem like anything that's good to do in a time lapse or anything like that either. So yeah, I went ahead and just cut a lot of that out. Let's blanket. Yes. Oh, that feels good. That feels really, really good. Now this will take a little while to ferment, so we have to wait for that, but we can still get our cows because it's not like they're going to die. You know, we can buy them now and then just feed them as we have the opportunity. So let's hop out here. Do I want to leave the tractor here? Let's pull it off to the side a little bit. I don't think any cars come down this road that we have to necessarily worry about, but just to be considerate, we'll move it off to the side. Oh, and I did find this little like cool workshop area here. I don't think I can use any of this stuff, but it is like just a cool space. Maybe I can do something else with it, get rid of this. And oh, the other thing I did see that I think was pretty cool. If I go ahead and like click some of this stuff, I can remove all this junk. So I didn't know I could do that, but that will certainly like clear up the space a little bit here. Like this tire, all these like junky things here. I'm not going to do it just yet because I'm not sure what I would even use that space for at the time being. So we're going to leave it for now, but I did think that was something really cool that I wanted to point out that you can do. So let's get in here and let's see, what do we want to get? So I know there's a couple options for the cows. You got the brown Swiss, they'll make the milk, and you got the Holsteins, they'll make the milk. And then you got the Angus and the Limousines, they're just not for milk at all. So we don't want those. And then there's the water buffalo, which the water buffalo, 11.75, 11. I mean, look, they're all the same price. So I don't see much difference there aside from this one's making, you know, buffalo milk and buffalo cheese and whatnot. And they're just making regular milk and cheese. So I think I'm just going to go with the regular old cows. And I like the, you know, I like the black and white Holsteins. It's just like the typical cow look to it. So that's what we're going to go with. Let's load it up to 50 cows. That's our max in our cow shed. And let's buy them. Oh, there they are. Here's our cows. Can I get in here? Yes, I can. Of course. Oh, that is so cool. You know, something that's funny. I always thought that the bulls had the horns and like the cows that made the milk didn't have any horns at all, but they have horns here. So maybe I'm wrong about that. This one doesn't. No, that one has horns too. They all have horns. So I don't know. That was what I always thought, but what do I know about cows? Nothing. So obviously I'm probably wrong about that. But if that's true, let me know. Do like milk cows, the female cows, have horns as well? I'm very curious to know. So we've got our cows now. We've got our grass situation all sorted out, being fermented into silage here. Let's go check on our cultivator. Oh my goodness, look at this. Perfect timing. Cultivator is on the very last strip. So we can go ahead and get this seeded. As soon as this is done, we can go ahead and do... Where are you going? Is there more that you missed? Or are you just like doing that delayed reaction thing? I'm not sure why he's heading over there. Maybe there's a portion that he missed over on that side of the field, but it looks to me like this is done. So we can go ahead and start seeding this. So let's swap over. And you know what? We're going to use the John Deere for this, because we did swap out the case for the John Deere. So we'll throw the John Deere on the seeder and get him going there. And then from there, we're going to have to figure out what we want to do on the farm aside from that, because we are basically going to be all set up and ready to go on our field, and our cows are kind of going to be taken care of. So we're going to have to figure out some money-making opportunities that we can use and take advantage. Now, one funny thing that, I didn't know this, and I mean, maybe subconsciously I did, but I didn't put it into action. So on one of my other playthroughs, I had seeded the headlands first, and someone had left a comment letting me know that, hey, you don't seed the headlands first. You seed the interior first, and then you seed the headlands last. And it makes perfect sense, because obviously you don't want to be driving over your seeded headlands and like compacting the soil over that and whatnot. So makes perfect sense. So we're going to make sure that we put that into practice here and we do everything right. And if you guys see me doing something wrong, please feel free to let me know in the comments down below, and I'll kind of adjust fire on that and make sure that we're doing it the right way. So that way, yeah, things go correctly. You know what I mean? But I think that's a good place to stop for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to all the members on the channel for your support. You guys are absolute legends. Make sure you have a great day, guys. And as always, I will see you on the next one.